you join us in the back of our Defender. And what are we going to do today, Tyler? We're going to take off these rear side panels. We're going to take out the boot, and we're going to. So why would you want to take out your rear side panels? You might want to install some funky, groovy compressor thing in there, which we will do later. We will do that. That's a video coming up, so we can inflate the tyres. So when we go off road, we've got these 18-inch wheels with the big tyres. When we go off road, we've got to go up those steps on that off-road challenge, and we want to reduce the air pressure. So if you have it, you can reduce it, and then you can bring a little compressor on. Anyway, we're also going to look at creating a proper parcel shelf, and we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll have a parcel shelf that goes across here, maybe with a pull-out drawer to divide the load section in two. So we will have a look at that. We'll have a look at mounting, and we're also looking at an extra mounting hole at the rear here. On this side, the left side, you've only got two mounting holes. We're looking at creating a third, like there is on the right-hand side, for putting our mold plate, or for those of you that may want to swap the lunchbox from one side to the other. Anyway, I digress. Right, and I was just going to show you a couple of things. I was going to show you, someone asked, could you see your new rear bumper step cover? So we've done one that comes down lower here, and we've put a little rib on it here to protect the washer jet for the rear camera, which is here. So I've tried to, and as you get in and out, you're often going to be rubbing against this edge. So I've put a little rub edge on that. We've done all that, so that will be coming. There you go. That's just the Mark 1 3D printed version. But anyway, we digress. Right, so. Right, first of all, take your mat out. Oh, another thing I was going to show you. I just noticed these marks on the... And I thought, Tyler, what have you been doing? You've been putting your feet on my back door. But then I realised, just before I sacked him, I realised, look, actually... Look, as that door closes, it's trapping that on the door seal there. So I don't quite know. It all looks to be correct. It's all got itself. I don't know. It doesn't look right. Anyway, enough of that. Check that. Let me know. Does your car do that? Right. Here we go. One rubber mat. Genuine accessory.
That we sell.
That we sell. Yeah. It's not QVC, Tyler. Right then. One boot floor. Now, on the 90, did you see my video for the 90, Tyler, where this had little struts and you could hold it up?
Yeah.
That was lush. That's another retrofit we ought to do, isn't it? Right, and so one board out. Right. Most people are bored already. Right then. Oh, we're on form today, Tyler. Right. What should we do next, do you reckon? Should we get...
This.
Yeah, get this. You got to love the orange pen, haven't you, Tyler? I love the orange pen. So Tyler's beautifully coloured these in. Our orange pen is... Someone suggested we should do branded orange pens, Tyler. We should let Little Powerful UK.
Supply our own.
Yeah, supply our own. But I don't think most people really want to colour in their nuts and bolts. Right, there we go. Two of those.
Torx T30.
Torx T30. We've got new Torx bits, haven't we, Tyler? New Torx drivers with numbers on the end. Right then, where am I putting those? Right.
Oh.
Right, this panel now should pull out, shouldn't it, Tyler? We have to release that. Hold on, let me put my mask on. I'm getting a bit close with Tyler now. Right, the two screws are up, but there's 4 clips under here apparently, so I'm not quite sure the best way. We haven't had this out yet. Oh, there you go. He's not too bad. He's all right.
Oh, God. Some trickery down there.
Some trickery and skullduggery in there. Indeed. Right, so we've got these metal clips. They look pretty... I'd arguably say they're better than those plastic clips that keep haunting us, Tyler.
Don't even mention them.
Don't even mention them. Tyler loses sleep. Right, okay, let's keep going.
We found some in here when we took it.
So I reckon we've got to get these ones next, Tyler. Do you reckon they're good?
Yep.
Right, so we are... Well, I got this out the drawer. I should remember what that is. What is that? That is a hex key. I can't see. It's the wrong way around. 6. It's the 6. Hold on tight. Oh, I'm too old for this, Tyler. Right. There you go. just looking here, Tyler, and I'm seeing there's a couple of fixings here. Are they in our plan to take out or not?
I don't think they are.
We will check the instructions, and I will try and extract myself from this precarious position. Right, I stayed in here. So yeah, we do indeed need to take these fixings out. So this one is just a simple crosshead screw. Let's have a look at that here. There you go, Tyler. There's one of them. And we'll have the same on this side.
Oh, it's Torx T30.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Yeah, my mistake, not a cross. I'm getting my screwdrivers mixed up. Here's a Torx T30, and they're both the same, aren't they, Tyler? Right. The one that looks tricky is this one down here. Now, it's one of those tricky plastic rivets, but it was just spinning. So we've had to sort of put up, there we go. So it's one of those, Tyler, you can show them that. While I do the other one, on the other side. I wonder if we'll be lucky on this one. No. Not lucky with him, we've got a sort of, ooh. Right, we're looking good, so let's take out that strip there, Tyler, thank you. Have a look at the bottom. It's got a sort of tricky honeycomb mesh, that's quite cool, really. Yeah. Make some ice cubes in that, Tyler. A little upcycling thing. Look.
Defender own. Yeah.
Right then, that's our next product. We'll 3D print we'll make some little ice cube trays for little Defenders. Should we do that? Right.
Get you in on it.
Okay, so, right, now we're at the front, aren't we? So we have Torx T40. We've got to remove this little catch here. Oh, there we go. What's that? Well, they got some thread lock on there, isn't it? That's good. Now sometimes you haven't sometimes there's some adjustment on these, Tyler. Sometimes because obviously it forms the closure, sometimes you can move them, so you might need to watch that when you put that back on. But it doesn't look like they've got the standard grip plate. Let me just have a look inside. No, those look like they're fixed. That plate behind's not floating. It's a fixed plate. So there we go, there's that and that. Right, what are we on next? This is the... Do I need to cover that light, Tyler? Right, the next thing we need to do is, this is your coat hanger, but they call it a coat hanger. You need to have some fairly small body length to have a coat. Anyway, it's like a rag hanger or something, I don't know. But basically, you flip it down and then you can just pull it out towards it. It's tight though, isn't it?
You've got to have it at a 45-degree angle.
Really? 45 like that?
Yeah.
And then which way am I pulling it, Tyler? That way?
Straight out.
Straight out?
At that angle.
Okay. Indeed, he is right. And we've coloured it in, look, so you can see how it's held in. There must be some little pegs, there are.
Yeah.
So that's, 45. And that reveals a secret orange screw. A Land Rover using orange screws
been here
now.
before.
Oh, someone's been in here before, Tyler. Imagine. Right then. And then that should be a Torx T30. Look at that.
Quite a good place for the number, because all the other ones, the numbers were away because we're on the handle.
Right, so again, that's a different bolt. So make sure you get all these back in the right order. We've got a right collection of bolts with this job, haven't we, Ty?
I'll figure it out.
Right, gone are the days of build. Right, so. Whoa, what's the story?
Nice.
Now, have we got a cover on that one?
Yeah.
He's
fairly held in.
He's half rubbery, isn't he? Half plasticky rubbery, right? So that then reveals another.
Okay.
Right, so let's have a look. So what have we got down here now, Ty? Let me. These lights are blinding me. Let me use it as a
disconnect.
Right, we look like we've probably got to take some of these out, doesn't it? I reckon we've got a couple of clips there. Oh, I think we're gonna have to orange pen them, or they're gonna feel left out, Tyler.
Let's do it.
Right, that's it. Right, so we do. Now, Tyler's had a look, and he assures me these aren't in the instructions, but these are definitely part of the thing we need to take out. So Tyler's got these prepped for me. There you go, there's another one, there's that one.
I think we've got a massive pot of these somewhere.
Yeah. They're not satisfying, are they, Tyler? They're a bit flaky. Right, so if we look, we've got this power socket here, so there's going to be some wires behind that. We've got our light, we can sort of post him through, or we can just pull him off, can't we, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. There you go.
Okay.
And we got, right, we'll do this side first. Now we can, there is a little panel at the back here that we can take off if we want. Don't do like I did and lift it up. You've got to pivot it about this edge and you've got to flip it this way. So get under the front, because if you try and lift the other end, you'll break the clip there. Look, there you go. That's my warranty gone now, Tyler. Right,
That's done it, that is.
that's done it. They're not supporting me anymore after that butchery. Right, he's coming. I've got to watch behind here. I'm a bit nervous about this, Tyler.
Yeah.
What have we got going on here? Is it tucked in behind that one?
It's in front. What is?
It's in front, is it?
Ah, but there's clips going into it.
Right. So we're getting up to this top section now, aren't we? Whoa, that was a biggie.
I think I can see some wires.
I know. This panel and this are linked together now, Tyler. I might have to. Well, that one might be in front of that. Right, I might have to investigate that. Right, can you see some wires? You stick your.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
I got this one here.
Ah, yeah, for the uppy downy switch thing.
He's disconnected. I've got one for the cigarette lighter.
Right, we've just read the instructions again. Do not pull too hard on this joint down here. Although it is a separate piece of plastic, it should come out with this pillar here. So we've got to remove this. We've had a look behind the airbag and there is no fixing here. This little corner pocket thing comes out. But there's nothing, there's a massive gap in there, there's a massive void. So I think this is just on clips. So let's have a go. It's getting a bit stuck on that one there. Right, I can't see any more clips, so there we go. There was a metal clip that's pinged off there. So let's just have a look. So there are a series of metal clips. We have not broken anything. It looks like there's a clip here that looks like, oh, that's remained on there, look, Tyler. So there is one clip that's left us departed somewhere. But we can put that to the side. That should be okay. And then we should be able to then... Oh no, it did say there was a fixing up here, didn't it? I think there's one in there, Tyler. Let's get a torch and have a look. Right, so we've got a 10mm socket in here. Have a look, there we go. So he's a 10mm flange nut. That now seems looser, Tyler. So obviously the trick is to try and keep these two panels together. We'll have to... Let's have a go. Oh, this is... There's a lot, right? Let me have a look behind here. This is a slow going one, Tyler. Right, so we've worked this out now. So I thought it's getting stuck on here. Now they don't show this in the instructions, but if you get on this back edge of this plastic, in fact get in the middle of this plastic piece here, and you can, I'll show you when I get it out. You can pull out the clips, try and get the, right. Okay, what you got is this here. So this back edge, don't try and pull this back edge, it's these little clips on this edge. And what I found best is if you pull it in the middle, it sort of bows it and then releases those clips. So that's given us much more room to manoeuvre now. And then what we can do is we can pull this past there, and then we're just on that bottom. It's like it's... Alright, I've just got the last bit to work out and then I'm there. Right, your last and final clip is in a door and it goes that way. And it's this little spring clip here. Can you see that, Tyler? You got that one? Yeah. So that then should allow me to... But it goes on forever around the corner here. God, look at that. It goes on all the way around there, but it's all clear. Now we've got to get that seatbelt out. Well, that seatbelt in there forever, Tyler, unless I take the seatbelt out. Oh, goodness me. So my panels are separated here, which actually isn't a bad job, Tyler. I think I might put some... I might have a captive nut and bolt on those, you know.
Yeah.
I might glue some bolts on the back of those. so I don't have to remove this panel every time I want to get in there. Right, and let's just have a look then. So where's that seatbelt passing through? Yeah, it passes through that gap there. There's no route out for it. But I can now leave that bit to the side. But obviously that's not ideal. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be breaking those. But let's take that, Tyler. You can take that, and we'd have to put that back together. So there we go. We've got, this is our amplifier, I believe. Now I'm making all of this up, but I believe that's the amplifier. That's the rear seat belt. We've got a loom here. We've got some sponge here.
More insulation tape.
More insulation tape. God, it looks like that. Yeah, look at that. We know people that don't like insulation tape on looms, don't we, Tyler?
Yeah.
They like to see it all in this furry stuff, but clearly they have used a combination of sort of PVC insulation tape and also the furry insulation tape. That is factory. Right, what have we got under here? Another bit of foam. That's our cigarette lighter connector. How did that come off, Tyler? Did you show us in any detail?
It's just a little barb, but there's no...
Okay, you just got to press that down.
You've got to be directly on it, pretty much.
Yeah, there's not a lot of extra access to that. That looks like the amplifier splitter. There's a rear shock absorber mount with the wires, so I must have the active suspension, which is quite cool. And now we should be able to move this tray, shouldn't we, Tyler?
Yeah.
Right, then let's do it. Right then. Right, let me get it sorted and we'll have a look. Nearly there. Right, so we've taken the other side off. Everything was the same. You have to take the C-pillar off first. That exposes the nut. You take the rest of it off. It all comes off as one panel. It's thrown there. You'd have to disconnect your seat belts if you want to take it out. Right, and then, and only then, can you remember that time I dropped my phone down the back side?
Yeah.
Right, so that is. Well, let's have a look. That's that. That's your rear cargo tray. And let's have a look in the back here. So there we go. There's your wiring looms. There's all your cover plates. That's all mastic around. There's some sort of brace thing there that forms the rear seat. A lot of people are asking about rear battery installation, a secondary battery installation. I think this would be a good way to start getting an auxiliary battery, especially where you've got the spare wheel on the back door. You don't need all that space in there. So if you wanted to put a second battery installation, you obviously got the main fuse box here, so you've got some fairly good... Oh, what's under here, Tyler? Is that where the compressor is? It's a pillow. Look, there's your compressor. So there's all your air suspension compressor. That's one of the old voltage regulatory things, I believe. So there's your compressor. There's that. Let me tuck him back to bed. Right, just a little sort of bonus feature at the end. We've worked out, or Tyler's worked out, what this module here is. This is the air suspension module, so this must be controlling all the valves in your suspension and all the height sensors and stuff coming into that. That's nice and out of the way. That's a good job, that is. The other thing was this little wire I spotted here. That is where your tow bar socket goes. Now, one thing we're just debating as well is if you wanted to get this tray out, it seems like you can't get it out because those side panels sit over the edge. You can see, probably hard to see on the camera, but they sit over there. But apparently, Tyler's looking on the instructions. Apparently, you can just about get this out enough the back end to move it enough that way to then lift that up and take it out. But we will try that when it's all back in. So Tyler's also done a nice little job he's working on here. We're making this panel removable. He's put some black bolts in here, and we put some clips on the back of there, look, so that we can access in here if we ever need to do anything in there. So there we go, we'll just finish that off. Right, one other thing we've just spotted is that this is double-sided tape here, so I'm not sure whether that should have been taped on there. I guess that noise cover should have been taped rather than just thrown on there. I'm not sure. And actually, there's one more thing I will add. This video is going to go on forever, Tyler. There is a technical service bulletin of sorts out for water leaks. So let me just email that to you, Tyler, and then we'll just check if there's any of those known water ingress points around here, and we'll just double check those before we put it all back together. That is what you have in the inside of your Land Rover Defender. There we have it. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully you never need to go in behind there. But that just gives you an idea of what's inside the boot.